What's up, everybody? This is Mischief Madness, and you are in the world of madness. And I'm here hanging out with Thomas Lindberg from the mighty At the Gates. And they are one of the pioneers of one of my favorite genres, mellow death, Gothenburg, metal, melodic death metal. So, I mean, them, along with In Flames and Dark Tranquility, they popularized this style of metal in the 1990s. So, having them here with us is quite the treat. And how the heck are you, Thomas?
I'm doing great. We're having a good time here in the South. It's a great tour, and we're really happy to be here.
Awesome. So we're really excited for you to be here. I mean, you guys are on tour with The Haunted, Harm's Way, and Decapitated. So, I mean, how is the tour going so far?
It's great. I mean, it's a great bill. We really took a real long time for us to put this bill together. We were on the Decibel tour last year with Converge, and we really, we didn't hit the southern states, and we were very eager to put together a package that was as good for the South, and we did.
So 2 years ago in 2014, you guys released At War with Reality, which was your guys' first album after 19 years. And the album is addicting. It has notes that resonate in your ear holes, and it leaves you with goosebumps. So I heard that At War with Reality was actually a concept album based on magic realism. So is there a particular author or pieces of work that inspired you to make this album?
Yeah, I mean, it is a genre that developed in the South Americas in the 50s and 60s in the decolonized countries. Main portal figures would be Borges, Sabato, Cortázar. All of these authors, among many more, are kind of represented in the album in one part or another. The style is very intertextual, very referential to other pieces of work. So there's song titles that you can find that are also novels. You can really dig deeper into it if you want to, or if you're not interested in literature at all, you can just listen to the album as a death metal album. That works too.
I mean, the way you guys started At War with Reality, you started with the song El Altar de Dios Desconocido. And why did you, I know Spanish, so I knew exactly what it was saying, and it just resonated within me. It was just like, it was captivating. What made you decide to start it off with Spanish? I mean, are you a Spanish speaker?
No, I'm not. But as I said, the magic realism genre was kind of invented in the South Americas.
Yeah.
So a lot of these authors, their main language was Spanish. So I found this part of a book by Ernesto Sabato, and we really wanted this as the intro. But we experimented with it in English, but we just felt that it was closer, if it was in the real author's real native language. And then we got our friend of ours, Anton Reisenegger from Chile, to give it sound, to speak it for us in the studio, and because he has a South American accent to it as well. And even if you don't know, as you say, you know what it means, but even if you don't, it still has this really spooky feeling to it.
Definitely.
An aura of, as you say, it's captivating in a bit. It's like a movie. You step into this cinematic thing.
Definitely. So for those fans who are just joining us on this interview, I'm here hanging out with Thomas Lindberg, vocalist for At the Gates. And here's a fun fact for those of you who do not know. At the Gates has two members that founded The Haunted. It was Adrian and Jonas, and it's kind of neat that they're also on this tour with the rest of the band. So how tired are they? Poor guys.
Yeah, they must be pretty tired, but they are very focused on what they do, so that's not really a problem. I guess it's worse for Adrian, our drummer, who has over 2 hours of metal drumming to do.
It's intense.
But he's focused on doing just that and nothing else in the store, so people will be satisfied. I'll tell you that. As focused as he is right now, he could probably pull off 3 sets.
Oh my goodness!
But he doesn't have to.
He's a machine.
He is.
He is a machine. That's awesome. So, you guys released At War with Reality Reality in 2014, there was a lot of speculation that you guys weren't even going to release that album, because you were asked within an interview that, you weren't going to do any albums. But then in 2014, you were asked again, are you going to continue with At the Gates? And, I quote, "We have no plans of stopping, but we've broken promises before, so it's best not to say anything." So 2 years have passed since that interview. Has anything changed?
Well, if it had, I wouldn't be saying it because of that quote. That's a good quote. We don't promise. We can't promise not to do a new record, but I can't promise that we will. We want to be right here, where we are, playing these songs in front of our fans and just enjoying this moment. Because it took so much effort doing this record, and putting it together, sticking our necks out, doing a comeback record.
Definitely.
That has been greeted, with great respect, and that's fantastic for us, very rewarding. So we don't want to lose that moment, So when we are done touring it, then that's when we'll sit down and see if we, do we have a new record? Do we want to do a new record? Both me and Anders really have to be in the same kind of writing mode at the same time. So we'll see when that is. And I guess it won't take another 19 years if it happens, though.
Definitely. I mean, for a comeback album, it's received so much praise. There's so many highlights within this album. Every single song is diverse. There's a gothic chorus in the Death in the Labyrinth, to the driving rhythms of the Circular Ruins, to the anxious energy of the Head of the Hydra. And I could just go on. Every single one of the songs is so well done. And for a comeback album, it's received quite a lot of praise that it would be a shame if you guys didn't continue. I hope you guys continue, but it's definitely where your heart is.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for those kind words. We really wanted this record to be reflecting who we are now. We see death metal as a good outlet for all kinds of emotions. We've seen a lot of, mostly 100% aggressive bands in death metal. We knew that desperation, even hope, anxiety, all these kind of emotions, melancholy, would also be, death metal would be a good vessel for those emotions as well. That's what we wanted to do with this record. I'm glad you noticed that. And that's how we want to continue it as well, build on these more, melancholic emotions, I would guess, We'll see.
Definitely. So for those fans who are just tuning in, we have Thomas Lindberg from At the Gates. And if you guys don't have any clue or haven't heard any songs off of At War with Reality, go to YouTube, type in At the Gates. There's 3 great videos. Each of them are different. You have an animated video, you have a scripted video, and then you have a live video. So the live video is the Book of Sand, The Abomination. That was filmed at the Rodstadt Music Festival. And it looked like that mosh pit was pretty intense.
Yeah, that's a Romanian festival. We never went to Romania before. The guy who did our artwork for the record and also the artwork for the 2 animated videos, he lives in Romania. He's a great fan and a good friend, and he just said I could really try to do an artistic take of a live video for you guys as well. And we've never been to Romania, so the fans were quite ecstatic. Yeah, it was nice.
You could tell. And then another music video you guys can check out is Death in the Labyrinth. Was that filmed at the Grand Canyon?
Well, yeah, some parts of it was.
Some parts of it. It was. It's being from Arizona. It's kind of hard to miss. Some
part of it is. Yeah.
Awesome.
I would lie if I would say everything was filmed there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's. I was just trying to make a connection between the location and the song, because there's this part, Death in the Labyrinth, swallowed by Earth itself, and I'm just thinking, okay, Grand Canyon, it's like the biggest hole in the world. So I'm wondering if you're making that connection between a giant hole and having the earth swallow you.
Well, it's more metaphorical, I guess, but that's a good way of kind of painting that picture, with words, I guess, and then reflecting out with pictures in a video. But I wouldn't say it's not written about the Grand Canyon.
No, absolutely not.
No, but you could get the feeling there.
Definitely. And Heroes and Tombs, that's definitely, you were saying it was a themed animation by Kostin Shirano, and just the feeling of that video was so dark. it was I don't even know how to describe it. You're just falling into the scent, like just keep falling, and there's graves, and there's no faces, but there's figures, and I mean, it was definitely a very spooky video.
He's a very artistic fellow. He also did the new animated video a couple of months back for The Night Eternal, another song on the record.
Oh, I missed that one.
No, so it's in the same theme. You would like that too. If you liked the Heroes and Tombs video, you would like that one.
Nice.
It's the same kind of artwork. Maybe even more weird and crazy, but yeah, it's very talented.
Awesome. So I mean, the songwriting off of At War with Reality is extremely impressive. The changes in the tempo are frequent, well played. The songs are never repetitive. Each has a distinct feeling, and your performance, I mean, it's amazing. That's kind of what makes it truly cohesive. You know, you're being the frontman, and you know, you're a fantastic singer, and the feelings of anguish, fear, and depression are transmitted into a bare and crude way with an unprecedented level of conveyance.
Ooh, that's big words. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't, I couldn't have put it better myself.
Oh, thank you. No,
we try hard. You know, we put a lot of focus into this record. Really, we wanted it to be something that we could be proud of. You know, that we were behind to 100%. You know, because you never know with fans, if they waited so long, they might have a different perception of what an At the Gates record should sound like in 2014. Happily, their vision kind of matched our vision to the most, at least.
That's awesome. Now, I've heard nothing but praise. Everybody's extremely stoked about, you know, the reunion and having you guys tour again. So what's next? I mean, you guys are doing this tour. What are you guys doing after this?
After this, it's mainly European festivals. I think we have like 15 or 16 festivals booked this summer. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. There's nothing booked after August right now, so we'll see. That's when the big question mark is raised, I guess. You know, but up until then, we'll be busy with the festivals in Europe, which are, you know, it's great.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we're definitely stoked to have you here, and you know, we're definitely like gonna keep an eye out to see if you guys, you know, decide to write a new album, because yeah, we definitely need more At the Gates in our lives.
Thank you so very much.
Well, thank you. Well, this is Mischief Madness. I'm here with Thomas, the vocalist of At the Gates, and I thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.